Yeah, so my name is Katie Flanagan. I'm also part of the team, but I'm based in Tasmania as an infectious diseases specialist here, but also I'm an adjunct professor at RMIT.
So we might just jump into the questions that we have. The first one is just how do we go about diagnosing COVID and long COVID?
So for the diagnosis of COVID, that's relatively simple and well accepted now. So you would have a patient that would either be aware that they'd had an exposure to COVID, or they may be developing symptoms of COVID. And you can do a nasopharyngeal swab or a throat swab or just a nose swab, but in any case, one of those viral swabs. And you can do a PCR test, polymerase chain reaction test, and I think everyone knows what PCR is nowadays, and that will actually detect the nucleic acid of the virus, so you can diagnose it that way, and that's really the gold standard. But you can also do a rapid antigen test, which many people of course are familiar with as well at home, and that test isn't quite as good at diagnosing, particularly early on in the infection. You may have a negative RAT but still be infected with COVID, but often that will become positive as well. So those are the main ways of diagnosing COVID itself.